This coverage is brought to you by Rami Rent.
Hello and welcome, disc golf fans, to the conclusion of the first European Pro Tour, the 2022 Copenhagen Open, powered by Prodigy Disc, Disc Connection, Natural Born Disc Golfer. Coverage brought to you by Rami Rent. I'm your host, Nate Perkins, with my good friend and co-founder of You Play Disc Golf, Zoe Andyke.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us for the conclusion of the inaugural European Pro Tour event. Looking at a fantastic shot of a made putt by Rachel Turton there in the first scene, leading the tournament by, 11 incredible strokes. And then we have a battle for second place between Camilla and Heidi. Any hole out here can change who's on top and who's got the momentum. And we're starting off here on hole 10. It's a par 4, 130 meters, super tight fairway. You know, it's a repeating occurrence that we've seen throughout the middle of this course. This course has teeth. The players must be hitting their lines, knowing their discs, making accurate shots, finding the landing zones to approach this green. It's a little more open compared to some of the other greens. Certainly have to not find yourself behind one of those guardian trees, though. Rachel Turton with the top of the box.
That's online. Ooh, good first kick, not so great of a second kick.
Look at that fairway. It's a very, very tight fairway, just a couple meters wide.
And Heidi and Camilla are headed into the final 9 holes tied up. And again, there's only 6 competitors in this division. So the cash line is second place, Zoe. If you get third place at this event, you're not making the cut. So these strokes are becoming more and more important as the round goes on.
Every stroke matters, trying to find that second place podium finish. And the pressure is on. I'm looking at this fairway though, Nate, and I'm like, it's going to take a laced line to make it out of those gaps. Very, very tight.
Yeah, if you get off the fairway, it's hard to come up with a shot.
Looks like trying to make the right decision, backhand or forehand, what angle, just to get the fairway. Yes.
Oh, and she liked it. And what a recovery shot right there.
Whew, you can feel the relief from Heidi. She nailed it. Camilla makes it out her gap. Approaches the green a bit wide right there. Pin high, but still, I think, outside of circle 2. And a good shot there by Rachel Turton. She's going to have a putt. Having to take a knee, low hanging branches, and gets herself close to the basket. And a smart play there, closest to the basket now. Heidi for the tap in.
Slight headwind right to left here. Oh, it's a little low. And Camilla needs this putt here. All right, single bogey it is.
Matching that, Heidi with the single bogey as well. Rachel carding the only par and will maintain the top of the box.
Hole 11 is a par 3, 71 meters. Take a look at this mound, though. We've seen it give this division some trouble. There is an artificial OB lake there on the left, and you're going to have to make the decision if you are running this one for birdie.
Risking a roll away or just laying it up.
Oh, just a one step. That's a good looking shot. She's going to be at the base of the mound. 5-meter putt, but looking straight up and toward that OB lake.
A controlled standstill as well here for Heidi. Giving it some air. And a good pull on it. Landing solid at the base of the mound. It's a good shot as well.
Oh, and that's fading out a little early. That's likely going to be a layup for Camilla.
A smart play, a good golf play.
Oh, and
Even from
Heidi
the base right
also
there.
opting to lay that one up. She said, this one gave me trouble last time. I don't think I want anything to do with it this time.
She wants that par.
And Rachel's almost too close to lay up. You know it, Zoe?
I can see the look of determination for the birdie bid. And it lays down for her. It was an excellent attempt. Full confidence in that putt. Tough footing here for Camilla. But cards the par. And these ladies cleaned it up, I would say, on this hole. It gave them trouble, like Nate mentioned in the last round. A couple of pars to walk away with. And I think everybody's feeling pretty good. We'll be back for hole 12 here after a word from our sponsors. Another par 4 here on hole 12. It's 205 meters, considerable distance, and patches of open, patches of super tight lines just to weave your way up the fairway.
Yeah, pretty significant dog leg left to right on this hole. You can kind of cut some of that distance off with this early gap, but you can see it is tight and very low ceiling. So close,
Almost.
Zoe. That was a rope from Rachel.
I'm glad that her disc actually got forward because it was so close to a piered gap off that tee shot. Heidi sticking with her game plan for the late gap and hits that lower hanging ceiling, bit higher of a release than what she was looking for. And Camilla opting for that same early gap as Rachel. Just early there.
And these two are just going stroke for stroke right now, Zoe.
And Camilla's going to have to, again, pick a gap and commit to it just to find the fairway. No. Heidi giving it plenty of height and working her way up the fairway nicely there.
Keep pushing. Great shot from Rachel.
Such a versatile player. Again, very accomplished in ultimate frisbee. Rachel's got that forehand and backhand shot. She can do controlled angles and distance shots with both, which is a huge advantage in this game. Faded out a little from the angle she was trying to achieve, so it looks like she'll be outside of the circle there. Look at the basket. And committing to the layup there. Damage control by Heidi. And looks like we've got a couple of tap-ins here on hole 12. Looks like the wind has calmed down from what we saw earlier in the round. Stress-free par there for Rachel. Oh.
This cameraman, he just can't help but be in it. He's in it, Zoe.
That's right.
Oh, double bogey.
I didn't know whether to, sorry.
Heidi's gonna take the one-stroke lead here. We are moving into hole 13, par 3, 75 meters. There is a OB sidewalk deep of this pin. And Rachel playing the wide forehand, kind of testing that ceiling on that left side, and she finds it. And we've seen some birdies on this hole. Heidi running it for ace in previous round.
And she's got this one dialed.
Yeah, it's a good looking shot. Putting the pressure on Camilla. I believe Camilla's playing this wide hyzer. Also testing the ceiling. Oh, and she's choosing to go up the middle. And just doesn't quite get that one to turn. It looks like Heidi has a chance to pick up another stroke here. Bink.
Solid layup. And that's all Rachel Turton really needs at this point in the round, and keeping it clean on the scorecard. Just a solid layup. And it was hard to see Not converting on that birdie for Heidi, chaining out to the left side there. An important putt for par there. Camilla confidently cashes in on. Again, a nice par for Rachel. And a tap-in par here for Heidi. She's really taking her time here on the tap-in after that last one.
Yeah, every stroke counts at this point. She just has one stroke. All right, hole 14. Zoe, what are we looking at here?
We have another par 4, 189 meters. A bit of a mix. We've got some early tree gaps to get out of, and then flying it over into the gap again, a very protected approach and green. I believe that we have artificial lake marked with the sticks and OB flags. And Rachel Turton on top of the box.
Yeah, that's definitely her favorite angle to throw. Just a gentle hyzer that kind of stands up a little bit. She's really good at that line.
Plenty of distance. Great first shot.
That's a bird I've never heard before.
I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
Out on a Sunday morning playing disc golf and you're hearing all the different bird life.
Yeah, it's cool to hear a species you've never heard. And that is Heidi. Heidi's miss. Just a little nose up, but it finds the gap and she's out in the open. She's going to have another high hyzer into the green. Flip, flip. Oh,
And she did get the late flip on it.
what a shot.
Great action on it.
We've got a battle going on. She's going to have a similar turnover into the green, and these shots are super critical here.
These ladies are certainly vibing off of each other.
Okay, she's actually laying up to the mouth of the corridor here.
A smart way to break down the hole.
Yeah, she's done that beautifully. She does open up the opportunity for Heidi to attack for the birdie.
Rachel opting for the spike hyzer up over the top, hoping to cut in. And
Let's go,
does
Rachel.
it. Oh,
Come on.
Yes.
That was sick.
That's the kind of shot that gets a player hyped once full execution has happened.
Heidi
She's
trying to
been-
follow in her footsteps. Oh, and she just pushes that a little straight. We're going to have to wait and see what kind of lie she's dealt with.
Because it did look like she got up to pin high almost, but is definitely in those trees. Camilla has laid it up, still has a little putt left to clean up her par. This is looking quite obstructed here.
Oh, and a clean out.
Very, very important and very good shot out there for Heidi.
All right. Good par from Camilla. She's going to stay just one back of Heidi. And this is Rachel Turton for birdie on the 189-meter par 4.
Just a little bit low.
You know, At the shorter distances, she likes to kind of quicken the routine up a little bit. I kind of thought she was going to do the triple routine, but she chose with the shorter of the two and just didn't quite get the legs involved in that putt. Okay, she had a little distraction right there from the spectators. That's always tough. And we will be right back. Taking a look at hole 15, par 3, 118 meters, and this one is dead straight. But due to the distance, it's difficult. It's only 10 meters from left to right at the end of that corridor. Definitely a premium birdie out here at Valbyparken. Rachel got this one within circle 2 during round 2.
Opting for the high over the tree route. We're coming in just a little left, but still got plenty of distance.
She put a move on that.
Wow.
Hold that line. Fade. Oh, so close to perfection, Zoe.
That was a very, very nice shot. And she'll be in circle 2 there. Choosing the low line, a little more controlled, breaking down the fairway. Camilla will be first up for the second shot here, but is in a good position, breaking it down for a par. At this point in the round, she's well aware of the scores. She's got one stroke to make up to be tied with Heidi. Oh, little help from the tree there, and that looks like she's going to have a tap in. Giving it a solid run and landing very, very close. That's a great play. Rachel having to take a knee again in this kind of awkward but very athletic looking stance. Just laying it up due to the low ceiling there. Not much else she could really do. And
come on.
She pushes, makes the par.
Zoe, we're playing golf.
Yes.
She just got up and down for par. She's going to stay one stroke back of Heidi. And, I mean, Rachel, she's 13 strokes in front of second place. She has won the first European Pro Tour. But we've got a battle for second place.
And this is exciting with only 3 more holes to play. I'm excited to see this unfold. Here we are on hole 16, a par 4, 180 meters. Very tight first portion of the fairway to get out the gap into pretty big wide open airspace where the players can unleash and really show off their distance, show off their trust for their molds to approach the green. Generally, we've been dealing with just a little bit more wind out here on this open green. Today's weather has shown us a little bit of wind and a little bit of calmness. Oh, I love seeing this reverse flyback. Really shows you how tight and intense that initial part of the fairway is. To get out of the gap, it is tough.
And the ceiling is just so low. It's hard to tell on camera, but hard to cover ground when the ceiling is only 5 meters. If that. I'm working on my meters, guys. I've been a feet guy all my life.
Doing it. Bearing with it.
Okay. That's a rip from Heidi. Putting a little pressure on Camilla here to hit the line.
And she does. Everyone is out the gap. Not too far, but now we have nothing but airspace to play with. Unleashing her drive. Camilla gets all of the distance there on her second shot.
Yeah, she definitely connected with that one. This is where Heidi shines. Smack.
A great shot. Wow.
Woo! Inside the circle, Zoe.
See it. It is inside the edge of circle one.
Let's see what Rachel's got. Okay, she's got it turning. She is going deep of the pin, Zoe.
Whoa.
Wow, what a shot. She'll be in circle two, but...
Love seeing the distance display there by all three of our competitors. Rachel driving past the pin. And again, a great golf play. Just laying it up to tap out her par.
Playing a little chess match here. Oh, yeah, hug it out. Well done. Handsome fella. Well done, Camilla.
And Rachel putting it up there for a little semi-bid, landing safely.
Okay, so Heidi is going to have to make a decision here. Does she want to go for this stroke?
Just inside of the circle for her birdie.
Oh, and she does attempt it, but no harm there. As long as she can tap this one in, she will still have a one-stroke lead.
Well done. A round of pars for our FPO top card here.
You know, it's pretty interesting, Zoe, to be on this journey with three women that we've never met before. Like, we could call them and talk to them about their disc golf weekend. Like, yo, I remember that one shot you had on 9.
And if you want to review the holes, we saw it all. And you're right, it is a unique experience.
It's cool.
I'm feeling incredibly lucky and stoked to be commentating on the first ever European Pro Tour event. These ladies showing us where the game is at and directly involved with the growth.
Hole 17, it's a par 3. One of the only downhill shots here in Copenhagen. Seen players take the high route. There is a gap low, but most people are just going to try and throw over the trees.
That basket is so guarded. Love that camera angle. It kind of just looks like a little shade protector over the top of it.
And Rachel definitely has the forehand power to get there. We saw her get this one within 5 meters during round 2. Oh, and she's got it turning, Zoe. This looks great.
Beautiful angle.
And she's getting the forward roll once again. She's inside the circle.
Great shot. Giving her a chance at that birdie bid. And I mean, she's at 8 over, keeping it in single digits for the tournament.
This is the most consistent golf we've seen thus far. She hasn't birdied on this back nine, but she has not bogeyed.
Wow.
What a shot.
Yes.
Little luck at the end, and she is within 5 meters.
And you know she threw that with a lot more spin than it even would have gone past the basket. Very aggressive play.
Oh, and Camilla gets that one to flip up. Zoe, does she have the distance? Okay, we've got a putt off.
She is answering
Camilla,
to Heidi's drive.
She can certainly make it from that distance. And if she does, she's going to put pressure on Heidi.
We are on hole 17 here. This is so exciting. Dig deep. The players are excited.
This is big.
Finish this round.
Oh, it was on line.
Just short. Landing right underneath it for the tap out. Just a little low there for Rachel Turton. And Heidi with the only opportunity to card the birdie here on 17. The pressure is so high at the end of such an elite challenge, this first European Pro Tour event. Sometimes it can be tough to hold that confidence and hold that concentration for these finishing holes.
The door is open. I mean, you can tell nerves are present. All right. She puts that one on the pole, and she is going to have just one stroke to play with on the most difficult hole on the course.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty big numbers taken on hole 18, and for that to be the finishing hole.
All right, guys, we are headed into hole 18, the final hole of the very first European Pro Tour event. What an honor it is, and we will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
We're back for the final hole and the conclusion of our very first event on the European Pro Tour. It's hole 18, playing as the most difficult hole on the entire weekend, a par 5, 327 meters. Just studying this flyover, you can see how much a player has to break down this hole. It's in 3 parts and potentially even 4, depending on if you've made it clean and, executed your practice plan. But certainly 4 shots to play with to get up to the green and capitalize on a putt on an elevated basket nonetheless. Not only is it the toughest hole, but you just can't get out of there without a tough putt.
Let's see if Rachel can card a birdie to wrap this tournament up. She gave herself a chance during round 2.
A player with all of the skill ability to be able to do it, and a great start there.
Oh, no.
Excuse me.
Just right past the line.
Too far.
It's kind of tough to see where the OB actually starts and stops here, especially from this tee pad.
Out of bounds for Rachel Turton. Heidi, seeing what has just happened, is wanting to certainly hyzer out a bit shorter and gets the green flag well up the fairway.
It's a good start. Pressure's on, Camilla. She's holding it down for the Danes. Oh, and that is a committed shot right there, Zoe.
That was, you could hear
Shot
the
for shot.
snap. Yes,
Lady.
and look how close the competitors' discs are. Not OB and way up the fairway. Let's go.
Okay, this is big.
And a reset there. Great stop.
Oh no, that looks like it's 2 turned over, Zoe. But she gets the green
gets the
flag.
green flag, and she is
Sigh.
very near the basket.
Sigh of relief there.
Full commitment to the hyzer,
And that's
landing
good.
it. Yep, that's inbounds for the green. Again, this hole playing 1.83 strokes over par. Even today, we've seen it range from 2.5 to over 1.5 strokes over. It's difficult. These ladies are showing us how it's done. To approach the green here on her third shot. And they like it.
All right, this next shot from Heidi is huge. If she can get this one close.
Wow.
Is that OB?
No.
That is out of bounds. She
Wow.
smoked that shot and just scooted long off the back edge of the green. And the door is going to be open for Camilla.
Tournament power.
Oh, and that one also finding the OB. And after such consistent play, Rachel is going to take her first overstroke of this final 9.
Hole 18 showing its teeth right now. An important shot for Camilla to execute.
Oh no. Oh, she's going to have that
She's got the putt.
for a par. This,
An exciting change of momentum. A huge swing has just occurred on the 18th green of the Copenhagen Open. Wow. Rachel is just taking her medicine, performing a layup. She only wants to throw the disc one more time in her tournament. Choosing to lay up. Wants just the tap in. Decision making time for Camilla right
well,
here.
this has to.
It's got to go in. No. Would have been for the tie.
That's going to do it,
Second
Zoe.
place.
And Heidi just has to tap that one in to beat Camilla by 1 stroke and take that second place.
Solo second and last cash. Rachel Turton. Although it was for the double bogey, let's give her a round of applause out there. She has just won her very first European Pro Tour title.
Hey, there's only one first. You know what? She will always be the very first female competitor to win the EPT.
What an honor, and very exciting that Prodigy Discs is the presenting manufacturing sponsor. Rachel, being sponsored by Prodigy, is certainly proud to take this title down. Man.
Again, Zoe, what an honor it was to commentate this coverage with you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nate, for joining me. A final look at our leaderboard from the inaugural event. Rachel Turton takes it down with a +10 on the weekend. And the very first title, Camilla Kampen, +23, 22 over, and second place for Heidi, Laine.
And guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the Disc Golf Stream English version. We are going to be coming at you all year on this European Pro Tour. It's an absolute honor.
We're looking forward to seeing you guys at the second event, Järva